Natasha's standing over there listening to all this as we're talking about road conditions out there.
You know, I would just like to say it's been a really interesting last couple of days. When it comes to forecasting, you know, that's always tough. You know, whether it's going to be 5 inches versus 10, that's still a pretty big difference in terms of impact and lingering impacts. But the biggest impact I see from the snow that fell is that this time it was followed by Arctic air, which we had been forecasting. And when you get those temperatures to drop down below freezing after a snow event, it's not going anywhere. So it's going to take a huge effort to clear up those roads, those neighborhood roads, especially tonight because those temperatures are dropping down quickly already, down into the 20s once again. So careful walking out there. Still icy in some spots, especially on some of your sidewalks. This was down towards the waterfront in downtown Portland. Everyone carefully taking a step. So, hey, if you have any pictures you want to send to us, please do. You can always find that on KOIN.com. Vancouver right now, here's a live look. Temperature of 35. Yeah, we managed to get up to 36 and 37 in some places, so it was nice to have a few hours above freezing. But since Wednesday afternoon, we had not climbed above freezing until it was just before noon today. We finally got up there. But yeah, still plenty of snow left over out in the region. But yeah, as you cross over the bridge into Vancouver, I think you're going to find slightly better conditions on those roadways. This morning's low temperature in Portland down to 25, 18 for Vancouver, Hillsborough 16. You had single digits across eastern Oregon. Don't worry, we have not forgotten about you, and some teens and single digits in central Oregon. So coming up, this next storm system could again have some widespread impacts. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Right now, temperature of 31 for you, Milwaukee, 34 for Portland. You have 35 now, Hillsborough, quickly dropping into the 20s as soon as we get to tonight, early tomorrow morning. We're down into the low 20s, probably breaking more cold records again. So big picture is we've had high pressure over the last couple days. We've had some sunshine, but still not letting go of that cold air. What do we need to change? Are we going to have to wait 3 months? No, no, no. It's all about wind direction, and our wind has been coming from the east-northeast. It switches around. We're going to be bringing a more warm, relatively speaking, and moist air mass into the picture as soon as we get to tomorrow night going into Sunday morning. So next snow chance Sunday morning. Again, Monday morning and Tuesday morning. So is this going to be just a foothill event, or is this going to go all the way down to the valley floor? Confidence is in between low and medium and how much snow we could get, but we're certainly seeing some wet weather on the way, and considering our temperatures so far, it's not going to take much to get some of that snow to reach all the way down to the valley floor. Here's our wind direction change. It happens as soon as we get to Saturday afternoon out of the southwest. That's going to cut off that Arctic air. Say goodbye to that. But there's not a lot of time in between systems. We would need a couple of days to kind of warm up the ground a little bit more to be able to kind of write off any chance of valley snow. But here we go. Next system shows up Saturday night, about 11 o'clock in the evening, going into Sunday morning. But notice there's that warm tongue right over in the north end of the valley from Salem up to Portland. So it's going to be hit or miss whether or not you see that snow metro-wide or just over towards Vancouver, Cowlitz County, Clark County, and then heading over the Coast Range. Certainly the mountains and into the gorge, we're counting on that snow for you too. Going into Monday morning, another chance again to see some widespread snow impacts. With a little bit of warming during the day, again, remember, we're keeping that flow coming out of the west. This very much paints a different picture for us. Not as cold because we're not dragging in that Arctic air from the northeast. So onshore flow continues for us through Tuesday, but still cold enough we could see again snow down to our valley floor in some places as we get to Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. So let's talk about a wide range of, again, snow accumulation possibilities. Just going into Sunday morning, we could see a range anywhere from a trace amount to 1 inch right around Portland. As you go north and out to, let's say, Woodland, Battleground, now you're talking about possibly 2 to 3 inches of snow. But what about if we include Sunday night going into Monday morning? Notice totals get a little bit higher. Now we're seeing a range that could take us anywhere from about 2 inches to as much as 6 inches. So a winter storm watch will be in effect starting Saturday night going into Sunday morning, and likely we'll see more watches and warnings issued after that point in time. Temperatures at the coast tomorrow reaching highs in the low 40s, warmest we've been in a while. Also for the Portland area, Salem area, possibly up to about 40 to maybe even 44 degrees for places like Salem. So we're going to see those daytime highs increase slightly, but still cold enough in those morning hours to see a chance for snow. So enjoy tomorrow while you still have some sunshine and get that storm system cleared out, at least for part of the day. Back to more winter weather for early next week. Point 6 News. We'll be right back.